Hey, welcome back to the Metropole Grid. My name is Andre. How's it going? It is May 24th, 2020 Sunday stream. Yo, I woke up like 20 minutes ago, so this is a bit rough, but we'll be okay. How's everyone doing? Welcome. I think the music is now off. I'm gonna press the volume down button enough. What's up? Yo, Jessica, how's it going? How you doing? Happy Sunday. Telk's Metropole Grid on Sunday. Yeah, we got we're not gonna stream too long today. We got some stuff to do. We're gonna start our balcony garden. So we need to go drive out over to the old garden center and grab some buckets and dirt and stuff. So we're gonna be here for maybe about 2 hours, give or take. And then we'll see how the rest of the day goes. Glad you can make it though. Yo, B King, what's up? Early today. Yeah, hey. How's it going? Tobo as well. Yo, what up? Hi, Andre. How you doing? Happy Sunday. Hopefully your weekends are going okay. And also, Anarco, what's up? Oh, damn, it's early, even for early weekend streams. I was actually trying to do this at 9 o'clock, and I slept in. And then on Thursday, like no surprise, on Thursday, we had problems where the stream did not come back to YouTube. It only went to Twitch, and then I had to go do some research to figure out why that is. It's all fixed now, imagine, because some of y'all are watching this on YouTube. What's up, YouTube crowd? So that shouldn't be an issue anymore. That's good. Just the stream key in the RTMP server I set up, I had to update it because apparently YouTube updated my stream key. So I was streaming to nowhere. Good stuff. Today we're gonna be playing. I want to do some hardware and events criminal because maybe a couple weeks ago we were doing only resource and program anarch, and then we thought like, oh, we can do the opposite in criminal, and then we did only events in criminal, and it actually won a game. I don't think it should have, but it was technically had a win condition as minimal as it was. But I think we do events and hardware. I think it's actually like a legitimately good deck. I'm excited for it, so we'll try that out. Wait, I see the YouTube stream title, Andre. Are you trying to crim deck? Yeah, exactly. That's totally it. Totally it. Yo, Basil, what's up? Happy Sunday to you as well. So we're doing all hardware today? No. We're doing hardware and events, but I'll take events and hardware. Good. I think we actually do play as. I think as is the hardware and event dude. I don't know if we need a 17 influence plus extra money from our friend Fastboy Ken Fastboy Tenma. I think we can just do public terminal and basically make our own event runner, which I think should be good. So we'll see how it goes. Hope everyone's having a great weekend, a grand weekend, maybe aggro weekend. I'm assuming. Yeah, it's been really good so far. It's super nice here in Montreal. It's like 30-ish degrees out. Like it went from snowing 2 weeks ago to like it's summer. Go find out where your shorts are and launder them. And I can't find all my shorts. I really can't. Chris, what's up? YouTube working today? Missed you on Thursday. Yeah, hey, glad you can make it. Yeah, it was a bummer. It wasn't up on Thursday, but it was just too hard to fix the 5 minutes before the stream. So unfortunately. Yo, check this shit out. This is wild. I had no idea. So this is the decklist of the week, which I don't know if we're going to play today. We're definitely going to play it on Thursday because we don't have a lot of time. But this is, Chuchin wrote this. I'm not sure how to pronounce the name. It's either Chuchin or Kukin or some C or hard C thing going on here. Fun, spicy house deck. Thanks to A Maverick, top cut, overall 4. And this list is buck wild. And I remember watching this on stream. If you want to see the stream of this deck making the top cut, I believe this was at the Antwerp regionals, which was on Saturday 2 weekends ago. If you want to check it out on Vesper's Twitch channel, search Vesper DBS. Vesper _ DBS, I think it is. Or maybe it's DBS _ Vesper. If you search Vesper, VESPER, it'll come in. I think Chuchin is correct. Oh, awesome. This was the most interesting corp deck at the top table, I think. And not that it's a big part of it, but there was like 5 Asmaris in the top 8, and they all are like the same deck. But this was a buck wild deck, which somebody, Chuchin was making a huge remote server and then playing with 3 ganked. And on top of that, they had Helheim servers, and that's really strong. We were playing on a stream and they reference it. The idea that ganked into Helheim servers with Brainstorm can just be straight up lethal a lot of times, which is buck wild. And then they even put 3 influence for a Dharma in here, which is kind of like a trap thing where at the last second, if they do get through your Brainstorms, and one of the good counters to running through Brainstorms is running with low cards in hand, that you can swap swap out a snare into your remote. On top of that, Dharma is just kind of cute because it fires Tranquility Home Grid on the runner's turn, which is really fun. And they have advanced assembly lines to help with this. And also timely public release, which is buck wild. I don't know why. I haven't read the full write-up yet. I just stumbled on this morning. And again, we haven't been awake for that long. But yeah, they did pretty well. And they got to the top cut, came in fourth with this absolute monstrosity of a deck. I think it probably doesn't have enough money. It has a cool win condition, and it's absolutely, like, it was the most entertaining thing to watch, especially because the commentators were like, I don't know what's happening right now, and they're trying to figure it out. There's also Chiashi in this, which is so crazy. Jessica says the deck was so fun to watch on stream. It really was. It was a real good breath of fresh air in that stream. I'm going to read this write-up, and we're going to play it on Thursday because they did write a heck of a lot up, and I imagine it's a bit fiddly. This is the name Vesper that you want to search. Vesper right there if you want to figure out where the VODs are. Fuck it, we'll just find it. Vesper DBS Twitch. I think that works. No, that doesn't work. How? Does anybody know? Sorry, I hit the microphone. What is Vesper's channel called? You swap a Dharma so Tranquility shouldn't fire. There's no install. Oh, fuck. Okay, that's good to know. It's also a bummer. Vesper _ DBS. Yeah, there you go. If you see these gears. So if you want to be here, is Vesper live right now? No, offline. But yeah, check this out. If you want it, the VODs are up here. If you go to twitch.tv/Vesper _ DBS, I reckon Daily Business Show. Cool. Thank you, Anarcho. Yeah. Hey, how's your Sunday going? So far, apathy, it's been barely going, as in I've been awake for about half an hour, but it's been fine. Can't complain. Hopefully it'll get even better. Here, we're going to build a deck and jump onto JNet. So we don't have too much time today, so we're going to just go straight to business. There's a little cat down there scratching away real hard. Sounds like a good morning to me. Yeah, it's fine. It's totally fine. I was, when sleeping, it sounds like, and I can't tell what it was, but I heard it all night, and not like it kept me up, but there was like this electronic buzz that was, it sounds cyclical, like a bit slower than that. That was going on all night, and I don't know what it is, and I want to find out. We're doing a new runner deck. Nanako's making direct eye contact with the camera now, which is really good. That's how you do television. Okay, so we're trying to win a game to play only hardware. I'm gonna sit over here. I'm gonna play with hardware and events. That's the idea. How can we do that? What are our win condition? Well, the thing is, we tried to do it with just events classically, and we found out there was an issue because we literally cannot break ice. But that's okay, because even if you can bypass and get through ice, okay, Nanako, you're done. If you want to bypass and like get through ice with things like feint, inside job, always have a backup plan, stuff like that, it wasn't that bad because you could just inside job your way to Apocalypse and then hopefully close the game out, which is really difficult when you don't have things like Stargate or R&D interface or anything besides like the two Maker's Eyes you could fit into your deck. Is this a Mass Driver deck? Man, I've been missing out. Oh man, it used to be at some point. Well, I mean, we used to play one. It turns out Mass Driver is really bad. Surprise. So now we want to do that same thing with hardware. And there's a problem with criminal hardware. There's a lot of really good, really cheap criminal hardware, but the issue is you're spending clicks to install it. And it's just, they're not very good tempo plays is the way that I usually put it. The idea that if you have to like run and interact and be very strong against the corp very quickly, a lot of times in this meta, give or take, spending a click to install a flip switch, spending a click to put down a public terminal, let alone drawing those cards, is really shitty and slow. So we're going to try and figure out how to put those two ideas together. We're not going to play any programs. That's going to be hard. So our accesses are going to be limited and targeted. One of the best things we have is Boomerang. We also have derez tricks. We have a lot of bypass tricks. We also now can start playing things like Lucky Charm to be able to like feint to HQ and then run the remote, which is actually a pretty legitimate play with Boomerang. Might be able to get through 2 or 3 ice even. Shout out, brother. Love your content. Oh, Hector, what's up? How's it going? Thank you. That's very kind. Hopefully you're doing okay. I'm thinking of playing As. And why? Because we can install our hardware for cheap. As console is also pretty good. The hand, the masterwork is pretty good to make sure that we're drawing through a deck consistently. Because again, without any sort of resources, we don't have that much draw. We can't play Class Act. We can't play Earthrise Station. Money is also going to be a bit lacking. So we're going to have to figure out how to do that. It was an issue before. It's going to be an issue again. Last time we did this, we played with our friend Ken Tenma, who can get more influence, but also can get more money doing run events. But we figured out without any breakers, a lot of the really easy run events to play, we couldn't. Like, we couldn't do boomerang. We can't play boomerang, so like you couldn't play bravado really easily. You couldn't play dirty laundry very easily. You couldn't play account siphon really easy, or diversion of funds, I guess is what we call it modernly. So we're going to try and do all that sort of stuff with some boomerang support, maybe some D-res support. I feel like we don't exactly have the money, but we could always rebirth, I suppose, at some point and become Los, and then start doing some Rubicon Switch nonsense if we have the credits. It's going to be difficult, but hopefully we can figure it out. So we'll try it. It might not be good, but hey, it just has to be good enough. I love EMP device inside job for contesting a big remote. Yo, that sounds really good. EMP device though, unfortunately, it's like 4 influence, right? Yeah, fuck. That's no good. I don't know if we're in Apocalypse deck. I reckon like Apocalypse might be one of the best things you can do if you don't have breakers, because once they put 3 ice on every server, you really don't have a lot of options, but it's an option. Yes, you play 2x and quest completed. Oh man. EMP device isn't even unique, which is cool. That's just a bomb. It's just a bomb. Grim, what's up? Made a live stream. Hey, Andre, yo, happy Sunday. Glad you can make it. All right, so we basically are going to play with these 2 tabs, and then we're going to close all these tabs, and we're just going to look through this and try and figure out. We're going to do scatter shot. We're going to get everything down on the canvas that we think could show up in the deck, and then we're going to basically pare down from that. I think that's the easiest thing. I think things that are definitely going to be 3-ofs in here. We're going to have some boomerangs. That's pretty good. We're going to have boomerang. That's probably it. It's a pity you can't use resources, or Slipstream could help you get Apocalypse out. I've actually never played Slipstream, and I'm not convinced it's even good. So it's at least cheap to put down. It's virtual. We can actually technically play Corporate Grant in this deck if we don't want to play Mad Dash, and probably fire it somewhat consistently, which is, you know, not the worst. Whenever you pass a res piece of ice, you may trash Slipstream. If you do, choose a piece of ice protecting a central server in the same position as past ice. You're now approaching that ice. Which is really weird, because you pass an ice and then approach another ice at the same position, which puts you back an ice because you still have to break it. So it's a bit tricky. I thought this one was... I misremembered what this card text was. I thought you had to find the same named ice, like Copycat, but it's at least a bit better. It's probably not good, but it's funny. It seems really silly. Is this... Okay, how can this card be good? When you pass a res ice, you may trash Slipstream if you choose a piece of ice protecting a central server. Oh, it's only a central server. That's such a bummer. Obviously, this card would be like busted if there's like a 4 ice remote and then you ran archives and passed 1 ice and then you run the innermost ice on the remote server. That'd be really good. It's a resource we can't play? Yeah, no, we definitely can't. But this card is worth looking at. Shame. Okay, so what gets into this deck? So always have a backup plan. Now this card doesn't seem amazing with considering that Inside Job and Spearfishing are all legal in the format. But I think this card actually got a bit better, and maybe even considerably a bit better, on the basis that we can now play Flip Switch, which, as Jessica's saying, it's actually pretty sweet in ads. It lets us face check, and that's good enough. So we'll try 2 of them. Blueberry Diesel is okay. It's filtered card draw, and we don't have a lot of card draw inherently outside of a resource package. Oh, we actually will have a bit of card draw with Masterwork, but we'll play 2, see how it goes. Bravado, probably still not good enough. You know what might be better than Bravado is actually a high stakes run. We could boomerang a central with 1 ice on it and then hopefully high stakes run it. That might be better than Bravado, considering we're not good at getting through a lot of ice. We're only good at getting through 1 ice, and I think high stakes plan pays off better. Obviously no good, no good, no good. Could consider this. We'll add 1 and see how it goes. Credit kiting only matters if we play it. Like, that's a thing. If you want to play in events and hardware, now I'm realizing it's probably in our best interest to play Security Nexus, right? I think Security Nexus is one of the best hardware that will basically pretend it's a program. We can't run the Citadel Sanctuary, but I think we definitely run Security Nexus, right? We'd be silly not to. This is a good card. Diversion of funds. Yeah, okay. We can boomerang it, hopefully. We need Masterwork, so fun. Oh yeah, we were just talking about Masterwork just like a second ago. Right, if we play as Nexus, we can't play Masterwork. And Masterwork is pretty good. For 1 credit, you install it, cycle itself. And then you can install hardware. Well, you can install hardware for 1 fewer with as first time a turn, but you also draw a card whenever you install. which I think is really good. The install during a run bit is only at the beginning of the run, so you can pay a credit extra to save a click on a boomerang if you really need it, or pull out a flip switch whenever, stuff like that. But it's kind of, you know, it's not as flexible because whenever a run begins, not during the run. But it's either this or Security Nexus, and I could see this being really good for acceleration, but Security Nexus being really good if we want to win. Yo, Lion, what's up? Haven't followed Netrunner ever since its cancellation, but just wanted to drop by to say that I still appreciate and really enjoy your content. Always be running. Oh, cheers, Lion. Thanks for dropping by. Just my 2 cents. Firstly, that's very kind for you to take the time to write the message, but also, things have been pretty good as of recent. There's some really good stuff going on. If you ever want to just jump into Jinteki.net and see what the new cards look like, I highly recommend it. Take care, yo. Yeah, so it's between this. We'll add one and then see how the rest of the influence goes. If we figure out we need our influence somewhere else, we might have to change that. Drive-by is honestly good. It's a one of. This usually gets cut for falsified, because falsified is a bit better for doing, what's it called? Mad Dash. Mad Dash falsified is pretty sweet. Got easy marks, which are considerable. Embezzle actually is considering, it's worth considering, now we have boomerang, so we can get in. Shutdowns are pretty good. If we're running feint, emergency shutdown can be pretty valuable. And I think we actually do want to run feint because we're going to be running the remote pressure card, the lucky charm. Wait, is this actually still a card? This is still a card? I thought this rotated. I thought this was a terminal directive card. Oh, buck wild. Lucky Charms to help you get through end the run subs? Yeah, totally. I don't actually remember the text on Lucky Charm, whether it's only for a remote server or anywhere. What's the link hardware to make Nexus viable? Sports Hopper, Dyson Memchip is pointless with no programs. You could do Sports Hopper. You could do Memory Diamond. Doesn't exist anymore. But you can also just pay the link. I feel like that's it. It's not like there's any other. Is it like a lot of Nexus builds don't build superlative link. Like just getting through one piece of ice for 3 credits if they don't boost it's good enough. I never felt like you needed to build link in those decks. So we'll see. Will we have enough of the same cost installed hardware to make Hushuk work? Masterwork and Boomerang are 2. The problem with like Boomerang is if you're Hushuking, you're going to use your Boomerang. So we'll see. I don't know. I think Hushuk would be better if we're also running like a public terminal, stuff like that. And then maybe there's other 1-costers with flip switch, things like that. But it might be a bit dicey. But Hushuk is a really strong card. Unfortunately, it doesn't combo with Mad Dash. As opposed to like RDI, it combos a bit better with Mad Dash. I'm going for the bottom up. I don't know what happened. We panicked. All right. Unregistered, the Gauntlet, Swift, Spy Camera. Spy Camera is technically playable if you're running. Like, you can play Spy Camera with... has anyone played Spy Camera with Masterwork and just said that's their console? Spot the Prey, no good special order. Definitely don't need a spearfishing. Yeah, that's important. Rubicon Switch. So, we probably won't have the money to sustain this. We probably just won't. We can't run Kiros McIntyre. We're not Los, so like the res credit math is going to be way worse in our favor. Like spending 8 to D-res, and we can't even run like Hernando Cortez, but spending 8 to D-res something, I'm going to put 1 in. I could see it being okay. Yo, Az, what's up? Hey, Andre, wanted to say a big thank you for all your content. I've been watching about a dozen of your videos in the last fortnight as I've been coming back to Netrunner after being away for 3 or 4 years. Yo, I recognize that name and that icon. How's it going? Did you not make videos at some point? Yeah, this is Azriel Vids. How's it going? Welcome. Glad you can make it. Glad you've been liking the stuff. If we play HQ interfaces, we could play Rip Deal, which gets interesting for large money. A Reflection Recon Joan, Push Your Luck. Now, obviously, you could play Push Your Luck. You could. It could be a biggest money card, but it also, like, we're already gonna have to grind uphill. I did indeed some memory, sir. Yeah, I remember it. I think we played against each other a couple times too. Glad to see the old name. Public terminal. Now this is probably only good if we're playing Masterwork so that we can play them cheaply and cycle them through. I guess we're as already. And this is basically the closest we're going to get to a Rizeki, which is a credit a turn of value as long as we're running every turn. We'll see how many run events we have, and if so, we will cut those out or not cut them out. Prognostic Q Loop, it's really good, but specifically really good if we're using Masterwork aggressively and or if we're using Oracle May, and only half of that's available to us. Planned Assault is fine. It's actually a pretty okay card, I think. I think it might be underrated. MU Safecracker, no thank you. Mobius Maui, Masterwork, yeah. Lucky Charm, this is really good. Remove this card from the game, prevent a corp from ending the run. This can be anywhere. So this is actually really strong in Apocalypse lists. I don't know why more people don't play this in Criminal Apocalypse lists, where as long as you get into HQ, they can't border control you from Apocalypsing, which is incredibly strong. The thing is, like, we could just build an Apocalypse list and build a better Apocalypse list than we did before. There's a big chance that that's better than just trying to security nexus out. The more that I think of it, I think that if we don't Apocalypse, we're gonna have a really hard time. Prognostic Q Loop is also one. We can definitely get enough for Hushik. Be getting it may be difficult. The thing with Prognostic is, like, we have no additional value unless we're playing Masterwork with that card, because it's not like we have Class Act. We have no real good draw abilities. We have nothing that interacts with the top of the deck besides Masterwork itself, so it's a bit tricky. It's not the worst, though. If you're not an APOC, Insight, Top Hat, Mad Dash? Oh, yeah, it's Kyle, you're totally right. If we're not APOC, we probably do that. We probably don't do RDI. What's that whole package cost? Top Hat is 1. Insight is probably 2 or 3. But Lucky Charm seems so good. Especially with Feint, which we're definitely going to play because we have to. Inside Job, 3x. HQ Energy, Hot Pursuit. Can't really deal with tags too well, but we're actually not that weak to tags outside of death. Like, I guess we don't have resources is all I'm saying. Like, we against a lot of matchups, like against HB, we could take tags, right? Like, the only problem with tags in non-NBN or Wayland matchups is that they can trash your resources, and they can't. I guess it makes IP block a bit stronger. You can't trace through it, and that's going to maybe be an issue. We do have maybe 1 or 2 links, so it's not that hard, but actually Hot Pursuit is probably very playable. The thing is, like, we only have so many boomerangs, and doing boomerang Hot Pursuit is probably not as good as doing boomerang Diversion, just because it doesn't have that big of an impact on the game. I don't know how well we can use these 9 credits if we're not on our trace console. Yo, Ipecac, what's up? Good morning. Thanks for streaming. How's it going? Glad you can make it. It's not going to be a long stream today. I just want to, temper expectations. Oh, it's only 2 Insight. Okay. Yeah, I got a lot of errands to run this afternoon, so. High stakes job. Now, this is interesting. This is a 6 credit play, even less if you play this, I guess, with Boomerang, because you have to pay for the Boomerang. But you can get a real access, you can get Boomerang in, and it's really good. Unless the ice that you hit with Boomerang has 3 subroutines that all matter and the run. I think this is actually something we could consider playing. Fuck it, why not? I do now think, now that I'm actually thinking about it, that this would probably just be better as an Apocalypse list. Which is a bummer. This is also cool with the Nexus, right? Trace 0 or remove a tag. What would if we do everything together? Oh, we need Falsified because we're on Mad Dash, hopefully. Express Delivery, Exploit, and we need Feint. Feint is kind of cool. Are there cards from NBN that can kill you if you have tags? I thought they had to pull in Wayland cards to do that mostly. Yeah, there's no death cards in NBN. Besides like some really shitty upgrades that won't kill you, but like I'm saying, if an NBN deck is trying to kill you, they will import the Wayland cards for sure. Yeah, they do have to spend influence, but Boom is like what, 2-3 influence? I think 2 maybe even. Boom's not a lot of influence. The other one is a high stakes. All right, looking at neutral, Deuce's Wild is probably just playable, not a run event, unfortunately. So I don't know if we're gonna get value from the public terminals. We have Sure Gamble, which is definitely playable. I think last time we played this, we figured out that Sure Gamble was actually arguably not as good as what's it called? The Easy Mark. Sports Hopper can give us a link, and the card draw is kind of relevant. We have Rebirth, which is actually pretty okay once we're set up. If we can Rebirth into literally anybody else. Well, not literally anybody else, but I think Los can be pretty good. Az's ability is good to set up, but once you're set up, like I don't know. I think that's worth considering as long as we have the influence. Mad Dash is a restricted card. I don't think Corporate Grant's going to be that good when we're mostly events. Interjection, Employee Strike, Dirty Laundry, Direct Access. We got some shit last time for not playing. What's it? Rigged Results. Everyone was really excited to play Rigged Results. It's cool that if you fuck it up, you don't have to run. So it's not like you face check into something. Are there any ideas that are really problematic for us that make direct access kind of worth it? Well, it depends what we're doing. Yes and no. If we're an Apocalypse list and we're playing against Ag Infusion, then yeah, direct access is an issue. Otherwise, Earth Station, if we're playing Apocalypse, is going to be a problem anyways because they probably have 3 Chrysiums. Blue Sun doesn't matter. RP doesn't really matter, but it lets us contest the remote early. The problem is, like, the real big issue why direct access would probably be really bad is that we can't use direct access with any other support, right? Like, because it's a run event. The only other thing that we can do with it is Boomerang. But most of the time we don't want to be running, or like we want to be inside jobbing with plus Boomerang. We want to be fainting plus Boomerang. Not actually. We want to be credit kiting plus Boomerang. So it's not amazing. I could see this, like, obviously has some cool edge cases. It's like a release valve for some IDs that could be annoying. I think, like, I always think the Wayland one, the Earth Station one, is the biggest culprit for this thing, because some people do some pretty ludicrous things where they barely ice the remote. This deck, yeah, Ipecac, it's no breakers. It's only events and hardware, actually, specifically. Answer's always no, but it's always worth asking. No, it's sometimes worth it. I think our deck is even harder. Wait, how are we playing credit kiting? Nothing we have costs money. Well, the only reason we play credit kiting is that if we play Security Nexus, and we basically have to make a decision here whether we're going to play Security Nexus with no breakers and no Jackson Clare and no turning wheel and try and win off of that, which seems very difficult. It's worth noting that we still don't have a win condition, or whether we want to play Apocalypse, which is probably really good. I would assume this to be very, very, very good. Just better. The thing is, like, we still need multi-access, which is an issue. Like, you definitely are going to need multi-access to try and win the game. But we can maybe make that work. Now, how do we get multi-access into our deck? It looks like we're going to have to... Wait. That's all our influence? Oh, wow. As. APOC looks cool. Tobal, yeah. I think APOC is definitely like a way more legitimate win condition. But the thing is, like, once you Apocalypse someone, you have to figure out a way how to capitalize and close the game off. And so we need to figure out what that looks like. A lot of times you play like Stargate or something like that to pressure them out. We can't do that. The last version we ran, sorry, I keep hitting the microphone. I'll move it here. The last version we ran Maker's Eyes with no recursion because we can. I guess we could play Buffer Chip modernly to have a bit of recursion in here. But we were running Maker's Eyes, and the idea is that once there's no ice on R&D, we can slam them with Maker's Eyes. And, like, it was okay. It won a game in a matchup that was one of the matchups I thought we could win. So that's, like, all right. On top of that, like, the other package that we were talking about is playing Mad Hat. Actually, Top Hat is not that bad after an Apocalypse, right? Because you can, like, install this, run R&D, see the top, see the second, see the third. Like, this card is definitely worth considering. Otherwise, if you play this as well, you can also consider playing, what's it called? What is it called? Shit. Let me just scroll up in chat. Someone said the name. I never played this card. I forget the name always. Insight. You can play Insight, which is a double that lets them arrange the corp, look and arrange the top 4 cards of R&D after revealing them to you, or they reveal them to you after they arrange it. So the idea is that Top Hat knows where the card is that will win the game, and then you just come in with Mad Dash and steal it, which seems pretty good. I think that's a legitimate win condition. However, this package is at minimum 6 influence. And then we are over influence, obviously. And we're over cards. So the question is whether we get enough value from as opposed to guys, as opposed to the other person, as Ken. If we were Ken, we would have to cut the Rebirth, which is an easy cut, and we'd have to cut like a Deuces, which is arguably fine. And then we could play this with Ken. Why do we have Rebirth? I don't know, because we thought at some point we might be low since our derezzing stuff. But from here, if we're not as, like, what's worse? If we're not as, the flip switches get a bit worse. We honestly shouldn't be as, unfortunately. Like, we only have 11 pieces of hardware, and Top Hats cost 0. So we need to be as. I'm just sorry. Golly, what's up, Mobius Top Hat? The problem with a Mobius in this deck is, like, I don't like Mobius. Mobius with Top Hat is one of the better combinations, if not the best combination, probably with Mobius. But the issue is that we can only play this after we Apocalypse. And at that point, we probably just want to do Top Hat Mad Dash to win the game. If we, like, had breakers, yes, because we'd be able, if they ice it up with like a single ice, like, we can't do Top Hat Mobius because it eats our Boomerang. That's it. It just doesn't make sense in this deck, unfortunately. This is skewed by you cutting great hardware and keeping bad events. Oh, we're gonna cut the events, don't worry. I just don't think there's more hardware than this than we want to run. I'm so sorry, guys. Always, always, always so close. Can't express Tenma. Okay, so we need to add, yo, CML, how's it going? Hey. Azriel, this as I must. As I must. I concur. Yo, what up, Roberto? How you doing? Beaking, what's up? Play labor rights. We could. I think Mad Dash might be a bit more good for us. Also, the draw on this deck is kind of shit. So, like, getting to the point where labor rights matters is probably not amazing. I feel like I'd rather actually play Buffer Chip than labor rights. Just because it's like, oh, we need a diversion now, and that seems pretty powerful. The 3-cost current, that is 1 agenda point. We are already running Mad Dash, and we're actually not weak to any currents, but we could run that one. It's just obviously expensive. Cheat play 1x equivocation. We can't cheat. We can't cheat. Oh man. Also, had you all seen this? There's no way I'm gonna know the name of the card, but there's always this fun deck. So equivocation's the card when you run R&D. They have to reveal it. You can reveal it and they have to draw it. And then there's an Anarch current that says this the second time and every other time that the corp draws a card on their turn or on a turn, they have to pay a credit. So you play equivocation and that Anarch current, and if R&D is open, which you generally need ice destruction or like some really cheap way to get in, like stealth, you can basically grind them out and be like, draw a card, lose a credit, draw a card, lose a credit, draw a card, lose a credit, draw a card, lose a credit. And as long as you can keep them down, system outage, yo, what's up, Truther? That might be it. It's cool. It's obviously not this deck because one of those is a thing, but like that's a fun combo. Yeah, whenever the crowd draws 1 or more cards. Wait, what? Whenever the corp draws 1 or more cards, they lose a credit? If it's not the first time. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, there you go. Andre, this is one of the most depressing twists you've taken in the late deck building in a while. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Sounds like a bad corporate grant. It is, but the difference with this is it can lock somebody down, right? Like if they don't have a way to make money and they don't have ways to make ice, this is like game ending. Say they like jam on a remote, they go poor, they res ice, and now they're on 1 credit, and then they can't res R&D, and you play system outage into equivocation, you run R&D 3 times, they're at 0 credits. They can't do anything on their turn unless there's an ice that they can install and res on R&D for 2 credits. Like it's actually, to some extent, game ending, unless they have like a Rashida in the remote or something to recover, right? Because like imagine that. Say you can't res ice on R&D, you're down at 0 credits, what do you do against this? You clicked for 3, that's the best case actually. That is the best case. And as long as the ice on R&D costs more than 3 or they don't have an ice in hand that costs more than 3, you just goof them up. On top of that, you can play like Lamprey, not Lamprey, coupon, stuff like that. It can be really good. It can be good. Okay, we have to cut cards. Always have a backup plan. Actually pretty okay. We're gonna be up on 3 Feint because Feint seems important. Falsified, emergency shutdown. So we're probably going to be doing less value runs with embezzles and diversions, and we're going to be playing more like try and win the game by apocalypsing them. What are you fighting? Cat's in a war against something. I'm sold. Bring back Vamp. Okay, we're cutting cards. Adds a card? I didn't add anything. We just cut. What are you talking about? No. Keep cutting. Flip switches are probably not good enough. We'll play 1 for safety. Sure Gamble, Spearfishing, Planned Assault, Mad Dash, Legwork, Insight. So far things are looking good. Inside job, high stakes job. Okay, it was a lie. Feint, Falsified, Emergency Shutdown, Diversion, Deuces. The problem right now is card draw. We'll play another Blueberry just because we need Apocalypse now. We always have a backup plan. Oh wait, that's good with Flip Switch. All right, what do we forget? Andre baffled. Flip Switch is the best card in the deck. I added 1 back. It's really not. It can't be. There's no way. All right, this is our opening hand. Oh, damn. They're gonna get goofed up. First we draw. All right, so we have what we need to apocalypse that early, but we don't have money. Did you see that cat? There's no way the frame rate in this camera can keep up with the speed of that cat. Cat's just a blur. All right, from here we do Sure Gamble. We do a Blubbery Diesel. We probably throw out a Diversion and draw something else. The shutdowns seem a bit too much. Yeah, APOC is the best card in the deck. Tobal's right. Holy shit, you're fast. Okay, I think the shutdowns are bad. What are we missing from this deck? There must be like some pretty good obvious includes out of the hardware side, I imagine. I feel like we got most of the good events. The emergency shutdown just feels like if we did an apocalypse, we'd be better. Bravado, Billy, what's up? So Bravado came up last time we built a deck like this, and I thought it wasn't good because Bravado is only good value if you get through multiple ice. Cool thing about Bravado, it forces them to res ice, which is technically money. I don't know. Public Terminal, Roberto, if we run enough events, I don't think we do. And because we're Apocalypse, we're not even gonna get that much value from them. Right? Like the events, we don't have that many run events anymore. You see that, right? You see that furry bolt? It's just a morning out here. Okay, let's check hardware. So nothing really that good here. Hardware here. Interestingly enough, Dorm Computer I think is a fine card that nobody considers for their deck. I think it's meta dependent, but like we're seeing Asmari decks where this is kind of relevant. Dirty Laundry? Yeah, Dirty Laundry is another thing like Bravado, but the problem with Dirty Laundry is we can only get value if they don't ice up something. But I think with Ken, it's probably better than Bravado. Just because they don't ice it in the early game. But then encourages them to, that's fine. We're 46. More card draw would be good. Seems like the cat did a mad dash. Yo, Grim. The maddest dash. We don't have influence, so it basically has to be between these buttons. I just want to make a real quick check. Build Script is a good card for this deck, but we don't have the money for it. I feel like not having the money is going to be kind of like a recurring thing. We could just put easy marks in here, but then what do we cut? You keep saying we have issues that we created by cutting cards. Not really. Spy Cams is fine, but it's like so many slots. It's really good with Mad Dash though, you're right. Spy Cams is actually legitimate. But with Spy Cams, then they'll like triple ice R&D, and then it might be hard for the Apocalypse. Like they'll make that hard. So like, I don't know. In some ways, one of the best things we can do is be elegant. And like you always want to, if they have like 5 ice on the board, Apocalypse. You never want to like play too slow where it's like install Spy Cam, look at Spy Cam, okay, draw. Like it just feels a bit worse. I would guess. Like again, we don't know. I feel like we can play one fewer diversion. And I feel like the Dirty Laundry is actually just like Dirty Laundry is 4 credits if they have an unice remote, but Easy Mark is just 3 credits all the time. I don't see why we wouldn't just do that. It's not like our accesses are going to be good. It's not like we Dirty Laundry for Amakua or Data Sucker or an Axis most of the time. We would just like go archives. This seems fine. Last call. This seems okay. Opening hand. If they don't ice at HQ for some reason, that'd be a mistake. But here we would draw up. Yeah, that was another issue we had, is that we would run into hands where everything is like unplayable. Swift is weird because like Swift is like Anacam in this deck, right? You play it for 2. The first time you make a run, you get a click back, which is really good against border control for Apocalypse turns. Swift isn't the worst. Yeah, Kyle, actually Bookmark is not, like Bookmark's not bad. I would actually think Bookmark is probably pretty good in this deck. Is Swift worth it? So we paid 2 credits for Swift, which is a lot, and then we don't actually have that many run events. Like we do have run events, but like it's not like we're playing Dirty Laundry or Bravado. Like we're not doing tempo run events. CBI raid. Yeah, that was in a list at some point. It's just not very good, is it? All right, we'd keep this. Draw 2. Probably throw the diversion unless we found Boomerang. We would deuces probably first. Okay, we'll try this. This doesn't seem amazing. Hardware as. Nice try. Make that Apocalypse painful. The thing is, like, it would probably make the Apocalypse better. Like, do you know what's better than CBI raid? Just embezzling for ice. But the thing is, like, now they can put the cards on top of R&D and they choose the order. So it's like, oh, you've been Apocalypse, but it's just like wait for 4 turns until I redraw. Like, we want to get accesses. Let's go. Oh man, the brain damage deck. If you haven't seen the Lots stream, which was a VOD, I'd recommend you checking it out. The deck is absolutely nonsense. It is so fun, and they did really well, surprisingly. We were playing with Kawinda Kalu and doing brain damage and hand size stuff, and it was surprisingly lethal. Okay, here we're doing Ken Express. Verbose, what's up? I wouldn't play against decks like that I know what they're doing, but my Architect's deck would have fun against this. The Architect's deck would eat this deck alive. I guess Architects is one on the list of reasons why direct access is good. But we can't click through them. We can't click through those. Hardware, new music genre. Yo, what up, Rob? Oh, hard werf. Did I just fuck it up? I'm not gonna fix that. Hard werf. It should have been hard wave. Yeah, you're right. The shock in your face every time the turn ended and you realized you had to kill the HB deck was precious. Thanks, you too. Yeah, it really was. It was like, what? How's this working? All right, Earth Station. Okay, so this is going to be a huge issue. If we do Apocalypse them, it's going to be really, really good. But the problem with them is that they're going to have Crisium grids on a lot of things. And we don't have, the old list used to play Interdiction, which was our Crisium grid tech, which actually seems pretty good. This hand is good enough. We have Flip Switch, so we can panic out. We have the Apocalypse, we have an Inside Job. But they're going to flip. The other side of this ID says pay 6 credits to run the remote. If they make an HQ run, flip it over. So a lot of times they Crisium HQ. So this is one of our bad matchups for sure. I think Blue Sun's pretty bad too. It also costs us an extra credit to run HQ. Where do we want to go? I think here. All right, so we just want to set up. That's better. So we're gonna probably gamble first. We'll Blueberry Diesel from here. Let's just let me meet this. We have a Mad Dash and a Top Hat. We want to add a card to the bottom. We'll add the Mad Dash to the bottom. And we have another Apocalypse. Thank you. Excuse me. Good to see Malia too. Yo, Malia is like legitly good. Okay, next turn we have deuces, so I'm just gonna play Flip Switch as like a panic. When you see Flip Switch and Ken, I think things get weird. I guess you can play Bravado. Bless you. Thanks, Mike. How's it going, Mike? All right, so now also they have money. They did credit IPO. Which means that there's a chance that they could care about how much money we have. Like if they have, you know, what's it called? Hard-hitting news or punitive or stuff like that. So this is cool where we can start putting resources down or hardware down, but the issue is that, oh, that's a good draw, is now that they know they can play around Lucky Charms. So right now if they Crisium HQ, we get fucked doubly. I don't really want to install the Top Hat because we're not going to get value runs. We could always do like Inside Top Hat and then Inside Job. Which I don't think they have that many ways to interact with. I'm good. I haven't played NR in about 4 months. Need to fix that. Oh shit. Yo, you're missing out. There's some good stuff going on right now. They flipped their ability. So now the remote server costs 6 credits. Can we get into HQ? Likely. Should have Apocalypse before it comes impossible? Well, I like the fact that they flipped. You're right, we could have Apocalypsed. I don't know what this is. The thing is like, oh, okay, so this actually looks like the kind of versions that we played, where they have the, what's it called, Commercial Bankers Group, and they don't ice it. Yeah, I think we Apocalypse now. The cool thing is, in theory, we don't have to use a second Inside Job because we run HQ, right? Like, we can just Lucky Charm R&D, and I don't think there's anything that's going to hit our Apocalypse besides maybe 1 net damage. It's a consulting visit. That's terrifying. I'm scared. I'm going to run R&D here. I don't think we need an Inside Job. We have a Lucky Charm. And if they res, it's good for us. Like, what could be bad here? It's a Colossus. Like, that's a terrible res. Oh, I guess it's a tag. But we can end our turn with 1 tag. Face check stuff here? Surely, yeah, for sure. Like, they paid 6 to give us a tag. That seems fine. They do have Consulting Visit, though, so I feel like the tag might be irrelevant. It's a hedge fund. Okay, that means they'll have more money. And we'll just Apocalypse them. We can also just flip switch the tag, which we definitely do, right? Because... yeah, they paid 6 for nothing. All right, here we go. Yeah, flip switch attack. Yeah, totally. Oh. So they did not see that coming. 2 cards in archives. It could just be price sec with an agenda. They have a hedge fund into consulting, so now the money does matter. Insight Top Hat is up. We know one of our Mad Dashes is on the bottom of the deck, so unfortunately we're not going to have the Top Hat combo. A problem with our deck, we can't steal SES drone deployment. Literally unscorable, so that's good stuff. Oh, jeez. Yeah, we definitely remove the tag. There's no reason for us to have face down cards. It doesn't matter. So there's the hedge fund. Oh no, preemptive. At least it's open. It's hard to run HQ. So here's where we drop top hat and just see 4 cards off of R&D. If we see a 5-3 and we can steal it, which is unlikely, we'll have to drop once to play around single punitive. We'll run the top of R&D first. It's a hedge fund. So they're gonna have a lot more money. So this is definitely dangerous. It's a Rashida. This is scary because if we hit a 3-pointer, we're dead. It's a wall to wall. Okay, so advanceable ice, good stuff. So now they draw on a hedge fund. They have a consulting visit. They might hard hitting news. They just drew a wall to wall. They drew up a 3rd card that we didn't know. Wow, top hat, legitimate. I think we can draw once here. Falsified, that's a wall to wall. We're gonna call asset. We need the money. Okay, we can go trash if we want, but we also can just lock R&D. Now they're rezzing it. Makes sense. See the top card. Hedge fund. It's always hedge fund. Satyr adaptive barrier. So they might be on Jinja. Huh. Boris, what's up? Or Borera, as I know. How's it going? Also Matish, Kazuro. Hey, Boris. I'm assuming that's Borera. How's it going, Matish? What's up, homie? All right, wall to wall, gaining a card and draw credit. So they drew hedge fund and Satyr adaptive. We probably want to trash this. It's easier to do it now. So that's likely the Satyr. We can actually ask them to res it. Like, it's totally fine if they do. They have 15 credits. We ran. They're playing both the hedge funds. They're 19 credits, and they still haven't consulting visited us. So if we run HQ, it's easy. I think we have to trash the wall to wall. Oh, planned assault is a diversion. We definitely do that. Man, planned assault is really good. Because you don't pay additional costs, and diversion now, like the Count 7 has an additional cost associated to it, so it's basically just pull a diversion for your deck for 1 credit more. It thins your deck. Like, there's some good reasons for it. You will die? NCNC. Well, what do you mean? So ideally they put an advancement token on a Satyr, which doesn't really do anything, but they could be on Kayambe. Could APOC? Yeah, we could APOC here, but I think we want to wait till this happens. Yeah, that's why we don't trash the wall-to-wall, and now we'll APOC. Unfortunately, we'll lose a top hat, which is, you know, bad. But we've eaten a couple of their ice. I imagine, I didn't even check what they recurred. It looks, what did they recur? I didn't even look at it. Does anybody know? So if they advanced it, it means it's not a border control, and that's great if they're advancing it. So preemptive was hedge fund, Colossus, and 1 unseen. Okay, so this is more likely to be a Colossus. It looks like we're apocalypsing now, isn't it? Just floating around Twitch, reminding people their impending mortality. You'll die one day. Okay. I guess we're apocalypsing? We died ahead at the snare. HQ costs us 3 to run, archives 2, so it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to be down at 4 credits, so we could just get hard-hitting news and lose. Guessing this is an RPC takeover deck? Yeah, it looks like it. And that means that they're in government takeover, which makes a lot of sense for the punitive and then on 3-pointers. Game over. That's not gonna do anything against us. That's good. Oh, it's actually less because of Ken credit. That's worth remembering. Do we look at the top? Do we look at the bottom? Fuck it, we'll look at the top. It's a border control. Oh, that's the worst time for them to get that. Cyberdeck's Virus Suite. Everything else is another Rashida. And then... Alright, we're down 5 to 13. They have a consulting visit, but if they do that, they aren't icing up. Not like we have any threats, considering we have nothing in hand, 1 top hat down. But yeah, if it's an RPC takeover deck, like, we just have to get lucky. There's nothing to it. Border control on the remote. Which if they don't flip, is fine, right? Like, they have to border control. Are we getting consulted? It looks like no. Unless they're jamming the government takeover in server 4. But we have many ways to get into there. And always have a backup plan is so good against border control. Abby, what's up? Oh, I didn't say hi. Excuse me. Advance. Ooh. We're calling agenda on this bad boy, right? Well, I guess we don't need to yet. Now we can. It's an Atlas with a token. We can always run this and they'd border control. We can also just legwork. We know a couple of the cards in hand. I think we know... What do we know in hand? I don't think... They'll score this next turn, so legwork is just as good, if not better. I think we need to draw up into pressure. We have Mad Dash. I know, it's tempting to legwork for sure, and I guess if they score the Atlas, they can add another card into their hand for the legwork, but like, it's just as good now. Yeah, man, we were 2 clicks away from running it. I think we'll draw up here. We'll legwork for 1, and we have Boomerang, and we'll run R&D, and now we'll try and lock them down. Consulting Visit, we knew that. Game over. Oh, we knew game over. It's a wall-to-wall. It's a bummer of a card. But now they can pull, like, RPC combo pieces. They can pull Punishment. Like, they can pull... IPO? Fuck. Like, they can pull Economic Warfare into hard-hitting News Consulting, which we can't clear anymore, and we'll probably be out of the game. It's a sleepy cat. They were running a lot, so this makes a lot of sense. I think we just die to punitive if we steal anything soon. We need to be careful. Their money's not that good. The question is whether that's wall-to-wall or not in server 4. It looks like it is, considering they installed it and then drew, which you never really want to be doing that. How's it going, guy? And there's the IPO. So again, they have the huge credit lead, but we still haven't seen any tag punishment. We've seen game over, which is the opposite of tag punishment. We'll just try and get singles. Again, we die to government takeover, we steal it. It's an Atlas, that's good. So if we steal another one, then we die to double punitive, but I don't know if we can be double punitive. And if we steal another 2-pointer, there's another game over, so that's not going to do anything. That's hilarious. And now we're at the point where we want to steal another 2-pointer and then Mad Dash. So there's the wall-to-wall, so they're going to draw the game over and likely another card. They'll also get their advancement tokens on. We're pretty sure server 4 is a border control, so the gain advancement token thing isn't that relevant unless they're on Red Planet Couriers. How are you not affiliate yet? Damn it. Yo, Pleb, what's up? That was something I was offered a really long time ago, but I think a part of that is that we can't multi-stream to YouTube at the same time, so we valued that over being anything else. That trash card makes me think Endless Hunger value. It looks like it, doesn't it? All right, we got to find out our next and final Apocalypse. And you know what? We have the pieces to find it. Always have a backup plan or faint. I feel like always have a backup plan is a bit better. All right, well... They're not going to last that much longer, I don't think. Joseph, what's up? Awesome catching you live. So rare in European time zones. Yo, we started today at 10 o'clock just for European time zones. Glad you can make it, Joseph. What a saint. Ubi, how's it going? So at this point, we could like boomerang R&D, and then from there we could... Well, we don't really want to do that. We don't want to show that we have a boomerang. I think we boomerang the remote, right? I think we do boomerang the remote. Either that or we just run HQ, throw out a boomerang, but that seems always wrong. I'm boomeranging the remote so they commit another piece of ice to it. But it looks like they just score this Atlas and then they wait for the government takeover Red Planet Courier shit. Yes, European Sundays. Hey. Seven cards in hand, 19 credits. Uh-oh. Triple advance, looks like a Colossus. Ice HQ, that should be fine. Again, it's a very expensive play. It's a 3, 4, 5, 6 credit play, and they're advancing. Yeah, this is definitely, like, the good thing about our deck right now is that we actually have a pretty good plan against Red Planet Couriers, which is destroy everything. Fortunately, we're going to lose a boomerang. So I think we do always have a backup plan first on HQ. We're assuming this is a Colossus, so we'll do this on HQ. So we're going to hit the ice. Oh, it costs us another credit to make this run too. Colossus is only 2 tags. Yeah, but then we die to Boom with Atlas, so we can't actually hit Colossus. So at least if this is a Colossus with 1 advancement, it's not that bad. So it is fucking mouseless, so we're going to take a tag. So it's a 1 and 4 for this being disastrous. That's bad. We wanted that. And now we actually have to consider clearing the tag because we could die to double a high profile target. It's a food. Okay, it's a restricted card. I think we just spearfishing and hope. We're dead to punitive anyways. Like, we're in a bad spot. We're dead to a lot of stuff here. Maybe like if we Apocalypse, we're very likely to die. They have a counter. We've stolen 3 points. They have more money than us. We'll have a tag. I think we just wait. Be someone's shame if someone spearfished the Colossus. Yeah, it would be. Go for Apoc. I don't think we can. It's just very likely we lose. It's very likely we lose. They could score a Vanity from hand here, I guess. They're non-punitive, not with a suite, unless you've seen one. You really don't think so? Oh, this is fine for us. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can Apocalypse now and just end with no credits. And we haven't got hard-hitting news yet. So this is good. This is exactly what you want. And then we don't have to risk ending with a tag. We haven't, but there've been some odd agenda suite with punitive recently. Yeah, punitive could be anything. And this is way better value for us. Like we feint HQ for 1, we get through everything. We spearfishing this for 2, so it's a 3, and then we punitive, we have Apocalypse for the rest of it. Man, feint is a card. Feint is such a card. Oh no, we don't have enough money because of fucking... They didn't flip. Oh, this is a goof. This is such a goof. Hold on. Actually, I goofed. Ah, fuck. We forgot to do their ability. Yeah, it seems like they're just on and game over. Yeah, we just can't Apocalypse. 3, 4, 5. Thank you. Yeah, the idea is that like we were credit perfect, but this costs a credit to run. So we can just inside job this remote. I don't know what advanced card is. It easily could be NGO front. We also have a boomerang on it though, so I don't think we care. We just run this remote, right? Why don't we run this remote? That makes it a bit easier. So we can run this remote twice now. This means the boomerang won't get eaten, which is good. But we're gonna lose it. Because they're probably going to end the run, but then we can run it back. Just run it? Yeah, I think we just run it. So let's see if they end the run. They might actually not. Like, if this is an NGO, I don't think they give a fuck. And now we have more money than them. Yeah, it's an NGO. Okay, so now we don't have more money than them. We did show our feint. Oh, and they didn't do that, so that's good. From here, we need 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so we can draw once. And we have a flip switch, which is good. If they triple Ice HQ, we might be in a bad spot. Especially if they triple Advance Mouseless. Or triple Ice HQ, excuse me. I don't know what I said. Oh, this feint is... Oh, hold on. We fucked that up. Okay, now we really fucked it up. Okay, now things are hard. Yeah, we left feint in the play area. We wouldn't have drawn there. We would have taken the credit. All right, so we've seen 2 Rashidas, 1 wall-to-wall. I think they have another wall-to-wall in hand. So the big question is, what is this, right? What is this is so important. We're pretty sure this is a triple Colossus. I think we're just spearfishing it and hope it's not bad for us. But now our accesses are getting really, really, really rough. Fuck. It's either contest this remote, which at this point is only an Atlas, the one last Atlas, or we spearfishing R&D. And I'm assuming this is either Colossus or Mouseless. Either of them would be disastrous. I think we have to go for it. I think we have to go for it. So if this is a Whoredom, we're fucked. If it's a border control, we're fucked. That's arguably okay. If we float 2 tags, though, it's not. So we have to think. So we need to spend another 5 credits. So the most we can spend here is 4. So if we want to get through, do we Apocalypse and end in 2 tags and hope we don't get boomed? Chat, what's the play here? Because like we can spend 4 on the trace, assuming they don't boost, and take the 2 tags, and then we just die to boom. So far we haven't seen any tag stuff. So I don't know. Just take the tags? I think it's the best chance we have, because if we can't get through here and we can't Apocalypse, we have no game. But yeah, we've likely died to boom. And they have a token, like it's really, this is really dodgy. You can still trace to end the run? Yeah, totally. But if they do, it's fine. Like their money's dried up. thinking. This is where the flip switch is really good. Like, imagine we didn't fuck up last turn. Well, I guess we wouldn't have got the flip switch anyways. But you can put flip switch down here. We probably should have just taken the tags and fucking boomerang this ice. Actually, wait. Actually, this is dumb. Actually, fuck. We fucked this up. Like, this is stupid. We should have just basically broke the trace, let them end the run, or boost on the end of the run, and then boomerang back. Because I think we can't go in with 2 tags. No matter what, that costs us more. It costs us like 6 credits, these 2 tags. Like 2 turns from RPCing? That's true. Well, yeah, I guess if it's a wall-to-wall, yeah. They have to do the math here. They know we have a feint. We're still going to get an access. Actually, maybe not. That's a bummer. I think we play both our deuces, so it's not like we're going to get rid of the tags in a really cool way. Ugh. We just need to draw more. But this deck has so many more lines of play than the last one without a hardware. Alright, so they say that we can apocalypse them, but if we apocalypse them, we'll likely die. I'm gonna take my chances. I know this is stupid, but if we jack out, we've lost so much tempo. I think we fucked it up on this that we're just gonna commit to the play. If they're on game over, why would they be on boom? I don't know. I don't see why anyone would be on game over, but I don't think it's the worst card. So now if they want to resist, that would be a fuck up the next ice because of spearfishing. So we died at boom. We also could just win here. It's another surveyor. It's good to apocalypse. We'll feint HQ. We don't get an access on this one, so it's unlikely that we can win now. Wait, how are we short credits every time? What the fuck? Wait, how? Did we keep forgetting this? We keep forgetting this. Oh, that was so bad. And now we're going to die. Well. Well, we lost. That's fine. Update the punt board. Yo, Lilin, what's up? Yeah, that's definitely a punt. Yeah, you see, that's all we needed to do. GG. Oh, this laundries would have been good. Yeah, maybe. We could have removed a tag, but at that point, like, we don't have any chance of winning the game. Like, if we remove a tag and we go down to 0, we're going to be clicking for credits anyways. Like, I'd rather just start a new game. We're so far behind. Inside job, Mad Dash the remote? No, we were pretty sure it's a wall-to-wall. We saw wall-to-wall. And it's the only Atlas, if anything else, unless they're like setting up a thing to be right plan couriers, which I doubt. Looks like we're not dead yet, though. Maybe we can float tags. Wow, we're not dead. Okay. Mad Dash Archives, I think everything in Archives, we know what it is. Oh, this is so fucking bad. What have we done? So, how many spearfishings left? 1 spearfishing left. 1 inside job left in our hand. And there's 1 more feint in the deck. I forget how many feints we play. Oh no, there's 2 more feints. But like, credits are the biggest issue now. We just draw and click for credits. E shutdown? No. And now they're just gonna red plant couriers out biotic labor. Like, we're gonna lose. They have 3, 6, 7. They'll get 8 tokens. I guess they need 1 more. This is rough. Click for credits, make a criminal cringe. Man, Pat Tab would have been good. Their money is like it's not that robust. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, they're returning it. So they either jam right now or they red planet couriers out for a big agenda. Man, do I dislike red planet couriers? No, I've never said that before. If this isn't the RPC government takeover list, though, you don't think so? Why wouldn't it be? Like, how much influence have you seen? I think game over is like 2. Okay, so it's the NGO or the food. Wait, we might have legs here. If this is a food, oh no, I know we mad dash it, we don't win. No, we do. If we mad dash a food, we win. We can always just get lucky too. Like, we can always can boomerang surveyor. I guess we can't mad dash. What weird thing are we trying today? Yo, Pow, what's up? It's just events and hardware. That's all we can play. Hardware and events, no programs. And like, we legitimately do have a game. Okay, so thinking, if to get in here, what we'd have to do? We'd have to get through an ice. Do we see the Satyr adaptive yet? Is this the Satyr adaptive? This is a Satyr adaptive, right? We knew what this is. Or was that one apocalypse prior? So here, what could we do? We could do boomerang here inside job. Yeah, we could do boomerang inside job, and then you have to hope it's a mouseless. Okay, so if we do boomerang inside job, or in that order, we boomerang the border control inside job here. So we'd be on 3 credits. No, we'd be on 2 credits, and this is most likely to be a surveyor, considering we saw the surveyor off the top. They would reserve for 5 to be on 4, so we can't get through any of the traces, because ideally we could just mad dash through it. Do we have any more gambles in the deck? No, we're all gambled out. So we could do inside job, always have a backup plan, and we would get the agenda. That's one of our best draws right now, but I think we cut down to 2 backup plans. Yeah, and I think we played both of them. Oh no, we still haven't always have a backup plan. Yeah, they flipped their ID once. Insight, okay. Well, we can just set up the insight win, can't we? But we need to all do that in the same turn. So we're gonna hope that they score the food. Oh, fuck. This is exactly where we want to spearfishing. No, we'll be fine. We have still a small chance of winning. We just do insight into inside job. Oh, no, we can't because of mad dash. Oh, fucking piss and shit. Oh, I shouldn't swear. I think actually swearing like that is what's getting me pulled off YouTube. I should probably remind me if I do swear in a very obvious way, because I think YouTube doesn't like it. I'm pretty sure that's community guidelines. Yo, Andre, what's up? It's only hardware and events. How's your weekend going? Thinking. Right, because we can't mad dash. Cool thing with boomerang is we can mad dash. It depends what this is, but we know this is a satyr. Did YouTube turn family friendly? No swearing? Yeah, they've been a lot stricter where you have to limit you have to label every piece of content, whether it's for kids or not for kids specifically, and a lot of that means adult like content and terms and stuff. But I think when you're live streaming, I don't think you're allowed profanity at all. At least that's like the only explanation I can figure out. This is a Christian server. Well, yeah, but you don't have to bring religious morality into it, huh? You need to get beans integrated back in. Very wholesome. Beans is very good stuff. Okay, if we draw a top hat, second boomerang, fascinating. It's unique though, fascinating. So we can boomerang this, APOC, boomerang, no, it's just so expensive. We just don't have money. Man, dirty laundries. Got any more flip switch? They would chase the surveyor. No, I think we threw out both our flip switches. It would redo the trace, you're right. I think we have to keep drawing. Okay, feint is good. So feint is 2 credits to run HQ. I know with Ken and Earth Station. We'll remember this time. Burn me twice or whatever the expression is. Then we can boomerang that inside job. And then so it's a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 credit play. So I think we're just gonna credit up and wait. I think we have to throw out the mad dash insight. No, we don't need 2 boomerangs. Unless we do. No, we don't. So we need the feint. We need the inside job. We need a boomerang. The diversion can go. Damn, that combo's so good, though. We have to throw out 1 more card. We have 1 more insight in the bottom 10. I'm better at getting rid of that than... we know the next bad dash is on the bottom of the deck. So we basically have to hold on for a couple more turns to click for credits. And then we have to basically, we have to boomerang the innermost ice on R&D. Pick and sift. All right, 4 or 5, at least it's a food, right? No tempo for you. Down on 6 credits, still have to score at the last thing. This is the issue though, that they can just audacity at the last hat list. So like this is our turn to act, but by our turn to act, I mean like our turn to click for 4 credits. So we need to get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I think we can do this next turn. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or we just lose here to audacity.
Both are legitimate. They only have to have one of the combo cards between Atlas and the Audacity, whether or not they have it. And if they don't, we will Apocalypse them. If this has multiple subroutines on it, I guess we can float the tag, so the mouseless tag subroutine doesn't matter. Oh, it's tag and the run. So I guess we can give the Corp 3 credits. Any ETR also wins? What do you mean? Oh, for the remote? Oh, actually, no. Our Mad Dash isn't on the bottom of the deck because of we boomeranged. They Atlas for a hedge fund? Oh, that brings off so much pressure from us. But it gives them the money they need to ice up a central. Maybe we could get some decent value from prognosing this deck. I don't think we can. I really don't think we can. Okay, Apocalypse is off. It doesn't really do click compression unless like our deck is only 9 hardware. It's mostly events. I don't think prognostic works unless we're playing Oracle. Okay, so that's obviously bad for us. That's also bad for us, but I think that's a wall to wall. Oh, vey. Okay. We should have Apocalypse that one turn. If we calculated our math up, none of this would have existed. But I'm still convinced we have a chance of winning. I don't think we have enough money. I think we have just enough. It's 2 for HQ with Feint plus Ken minus Earth Station. Then 2 for our R&D before this, and then 3. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We had just enough. Like they just install an ice? Yeah, I know. And I think that's the wall-to-wall because they bounced the wall-to-wall, right? Yeah, so that's likely the wall-to-wall. So I don't know what we do here. I think flip switch would be good because then we can reduce one of the traces. But I think we've used or thrown out our flip switches, so we don't have any more. So just money would be okay. Yeah, I think it's just money. Then eventually we can just like, I don't know, panic Mad Dash. That one turn twice. Yeah, that's a good point. That one turn twice. Oh, beans. Beans. Damn it. We fucked that up. We could have had it. We beans that up. We could have had it. That's all good. Well, no need to apologize. Obviously thought that was the, what's it called? The wall to wall. Yeah, I think we definitely could have gotten to that remote, right? Well, maybe it's a bit harder without the boomerang, but we probably could have gotten to that remote. What else do we have here? In theory, we had a Lucky Charm, and Lucky Charm actually would have been able to get into R&D for the Apocalypse. Like, if we Lucky Charmed, we'd have to basically spend it. No, we'd spend a turn installing Lucky Charm. Then we could run here, and then we could get through the Surveyor. So Lucky Charm is actually another way out. And I think Lucky Charm probably wants to be a 3-of in this deck, considering we need to run HQ to be able to Apocalypse off, and we have 3 Feint. I think Lucky Charm is definitely worth another slot. I think this deck has a chance. Oh, we have another always have a backup plan. Cheers. Do you have another Feint in the deck? Yeah, we have 3. That last one's right there. Okay, I think we can have some chance. Hey, cheers. Thanks for the game. Oh, we already wrote that. 3x Lucky Charm, 3x Feint seem good. It seems really good. Like Feint Lucky Charm seems just really strong. Obviously, money is an issue. I don't know how to fix that. I feel like Dirty Laundering Archives is actually maybe a bit better than I think it is. We'll try to add the laundries here, just because like once we Apocalypse them, one of their servers will be open. What isn't working for us? The shutdown seems a bit not good. We'll play another Lucky Charm. Now we're at 46 cards, so if we can cut one, that'd be good. This Planned Assault worked surprisingly well. But I think on an Apox, on the turn for Apocalypse, it's pretty bad itself because you can't actually use it. But if you keep this in hand, it just lets you panic out a thing. It's just not good for Apocalypse. Can we spend Inside Top Hat influence in a way that best supports our plan? I feel like Inside Top Hat does support our plan really well. It just doesn't support our plan with Mad Dash. It supports our plan if we run the current instead. If we do the current and we do Inside Top Hat with like Inside Job, I think we're better off. I think we just don't play Mad Dash, right? Like we could have won that game if we did, because their Atlas probably was on top of their deck. If we just did current, Insight, and then we Inside Jobbed HQ or R&D, we'd have been fine. Swift as an Apocalypse helper, I don't think it helps that much. I really don't think it does. I feel like Lucky Charm is the Apocalypse helper we need because it lets us deal with border control, which is the big thing Swift wants. Yeah, Mad Dash seems worse than Freedom. Yeah, I totally believe it. I guess Mad Dash, the cool thing is you can play it for a credit and run archives if it's uniced. But yeah, I think Freedom might be a bit better here. I think that's a legitimate cool way to close a game. And then we'll cut the Planned Assault. Planned Assault was also pretty good for Mad Dash, which is something I needed to consider. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Swift seems okay just because it'll let us draw a card, but like the windows in which it's on the table for a long enough time for it to give the clickback for it to, I don't know. Like Anacam seems good, and Swift is just Anacam, but worse against damage. We'll see if we regret some of these changes. Also no Chrysium, that's wild. I thought they definitely have Chrysiums. Hardwarv. Tori Hanzo. Speaking of currents-ish, are there runner lockdowns or is it just a corp thing? Right now there's only runner lockdowns. Ooh, SSO, that's also a problem, but it's really good if we apocalypse them. I know there's going to be big changes to currents, or at least that's what Nisei is hinting at. I don't actually know anything. So who knows? Maybe there will be. I think runner lockdowns, I don't know, maybe lockdowns can just, they sound like a corp thing, and then runners can do something else. Who knows? Hey, morning. Good morning. All right, so SSO is very important to get into the remote as soon as possible. Falsified Credentials does not work against face-up ice, so it's not that good in the matchup. We do have Boomerang and Apocalypse and Diversion. I think they definitely ice up HQ here. This hand we could do better than, we also could do worse than. I think we're gonna mulligan it though. We have so many things that contest the remote early that SSO might not get value because they play face-up agendas. Double Diversion, Feint, always backup plan. Yeah, it's like the same hand without Apocalypse. Oh, you did? Sam, what's up? Good game. I did have Apocalypse, just didn't draw it. Sorry, I did have Chrysium, just didn't draw that. Oh, no way. Swift gives you that extra click to put down Boomerang and then run X3 and an APOC. That's true, but like, I don't know if it's hard. What? Ice R&D against Criminal? What is this? I wonder how this is going to go for them. I imagine really poorly. Did they mulligan? Yeah, they did. Okay. Well, now they're on 2 credits. Masscoms, though, is a hell of a card. So we can start getting singles. On R&D, there's no advanceable ice that can res for 2 besides Aket and Ice Wall, right? So, like, who cares? Yeah, that's definitely a lesson you learn. R&D pressure is not a real thing. Maybe they played against a couple Stargates in a row. It's a Hollywood Reno. Okay, that's good. Now we're one current away from winning. They mulligan. They didn't ice our HQ though, so I'd rather go for R&D and just see what they're drawing into, because it looks like their hand, I don't know, if they had an agenda they might border control. That's good for them. Igor, what's up? Hello. I wish it was saudade of this life. In other words, I miss you. Even made you at Lord of the Rings LCG. What I lost. Igor, what's up? What I lost, like what's missed? A couple. I don't know. It's still been a pretty good game. The Issei cards have come out. I don't know how long you've been gone for. Welcome. This is very much a move last round of a tournament where you keep icing HQ and lost a 3-pointer turn 1 R&D. Yeah, that's always a rough start. So we're assuming this is a border control, which honestly, if they res it, it's pretty good for us. It's pretty good for us. We could diversion there and force them to res so they'd be down on 0. I think that's acceptable. Border control HQ is obviously a bit hard for Apocalypse. Like, that's the best place for it, considering we can't Lucky Charm it. I mean, missed. Yeah. Nisei cards has been a big deal. We've had 130 new cards. Tournament support has been really good in the lockdown. People have been doing a lot of remote stuff. We have a tournament on Tuesday, by the way. Yeah, for everyone, we have a GNK on this Tuesday. I will be recording it just like the last GNKs. Do drop by if you can. It's Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Registration to 6:45. No real prize support, just 3 rounds of fun. So that is a Portuguese word that doesn't have in English. Oh, super cool. It means I miss you. Oh, that's really nice. Cheers. Parallel, what's up? Morning, friends. Morning, Andre. How's it going? Thinking. So we got to figure out here. We could diversion here to put them down to 1 credit if they res the border control. I feel like we just want to camp the remote and set up. Like, they have a lot of work to do. And we have insight, so we can do our insight combo. They don't have that many agendas in their deck. We also could just do Boomerang on R&D and on HQ and set up, but we don't want to show that we have that exactly. I really don't think we'll get a lot of value from Falsified, considering, yeah. Haven't seen GNK on Always Be Running. Could you paste a link? I don't think it's Always Be Running. I need to paste a link to the Discord for Montreal. Just let me pull up the Discord, and then I'll give you an invitation link, and you just join that Discord at 6:45 Eastern. Install Advance, just when we threw out a fucking Falsified. Shit and piss. Now they want to play face up, so it's very likely to be an NGO. So I think we're just going to do the boomerang into diversion play. Oh, we have to run this first, though. Yeah, that play might have been a bit hasty. Super Tuesday nights and me having work. Ah, it's a bummer. We're going to lose a boomerang onto this because they're probably going to end the run. But at least this gets out of the way for Apocalypse if they don't pop it. Wow. Okay, that's actually probably worse for us. Let me get the Discord link. 1 second. Invite people, edit invite link, expire after never, number of uses, no limit, generate new link, copy. If you want the link, I'll also post it in the chats, but this is the link itself. I'll post it. There's no swearing, reminder, thank you, Grim. Are we on top hat? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. This is the link. If you want to join Tuesday, 6:45 Eastern, we'll be starting our games. I'll just leave it there for a second. You can always hit Alt print screen and get that up. It's also in the chats. So do join if you can. Double SHQ. I think they know they're on Apocalypse, but Insight can win the game here. So we're not a Mad Dash. We're on the other one. But they still have a lot of work to do. So I think we can just draw up. Like, a lot of their ice is a bit bad unless they get triple advancements on it. And as soon as they jam something into the remote, we can always spearfish it, let alone always have a backup plan, stuff like that. So they have a lot of work to do. We want to draw into our current as soon as possible because if they do jam into the remote, you know, we want to be able to win. There, we got it. So now we can insight and probably win the game next turn. Four credit play. Yo, Thanos, what's up? How you doing? Oh, there's an Oaktown in here. What in the hell? Well, now our current is useless. That's at a hostile. This card generally doesn't make it its way into the deck. A lot of people just play 3-1s and then play 5-3s, sorry, and play a hostile takeover. We have to discard 2 cards. Double Feint is actually pretty meaningful against border control. The Insight probably wins the game. We'll keep... I don't know if we even need the Freedom anymore. I really don't think we do. I'm going to throw it out. It's a bummer if it will matter. And I think always have a backup plan is a bit worse than the other options. You need top hat down before you insight. That's true. That's actually really true. Or we could have just waited. But yeah, you're right. We do. Insight does nothing without top hat. Well, it tells you where the card is. So you can always come back. But yeah, you're definitely right. We should have waited for top hat. All right, so now they've worked against it. They have a lot of digging up to do. We do have a boomerang. That's, again, really good for the remote. We have an Apocalypse. So I think we just want to set up the Apocalypse. So we're going to put the boomerang on the outermost. And then next turn we'll do inside job feint. We'll do everything we really need to do. We'll always start with the feint to see if they pop it. And here, I guess we throw out the insight. That's a bummer. They must have nothing but agendas in hand. Well, they didn't ice HQ turn 1, so I don't think so. But yeah, it's weird. Why would they throw out an Oaktown? I didn't pay enough attention to figure out when they threw out the Oaktown. So why I'm doing the boomerang here is it makes the spearfishing a bit better. Like, inside job is a way better card for contesting 2 ice, so we're doing this in the slow version. They're down to 8, so we're just gonna try and do this. If they end the run here, they could have a border control on R&D too, which would be meaningful. So they have to border control here, or have a border control on R&D to stop the Apocalypse. It's a forma carry. Oh, it works! Make a run at 5p the first to be ice encountered. Oh no, it doesn't work because we didn't encounter this ice. We approached it. Oh, it does nothing. They just raised a forma carry for no reason. Oh, I thought that was actually going to hit us. We couldn't take the net damage. Oh, but we also bypass it. Oh, that's so unfortunate. We're spearfishing R&D. Oh man, that's so bad. That's really rough. So now we can get through anything besides the border control here. And they didn't pop the border control, so we'll pop it for them if you know what I mean. They draw mouseless, which is, you know, not particularly good right now. It's actually fine, it's taxing. And they're on punitive, which won't matter because we're on game point, but also them's the board. We still have a feint and inside job for the remote, and again, almost all their ice will be face up, so it's going to be pretty easy for us to figure out when to use these. Also, we do have feint into, if we eventually draw into our, what's it called? Into our lucky charm. Will be really good for contesting the remote. We only have to deal with the end of the run subroutines. Oh, GG. As long as we have, unless they dedicate this, we only need 2 cards in hand. So we just draw inside job, we win. Unless, yeah, no, draw inside job, we win. Always nice in Ken Apocalypse, yeah. So 3 advancements on this ice shouldn't matter. We need access with 2 cards. Whatever, we'll just do this. Game 3, and we'll just inside job server 3. That should be a good game. If they border control, we can just run back. Nice and clean. That was really clean. But like, how different? Good game. How different is the game if they just iced HQ turn 1? Thanks for the game. That was a real start. Ooh. After the mulligan? Like, if they just iced HQ, maybe that brought the 10. Like, maybe that was the idea. It looks like they drew 7 agendas. Oh my god. So they apparently just drew agendas, which kind of makes sense based on how they're playing, but like they bluffed it off really well, where like they iced R&D, I don't want to run HQ, but like the fact that they got diversion in the early game, I still think means you want to ice HQ, because as soon as you get diversion, you don't have a play. You keep saying ice instead of agenda. Oh, that's probably likely. I'm talking very quickly. I do that a lot. 0 SSO triggers. Tauke is technically 1. Hey, sorry about that. But I think we actually might be favored against SSO just because we have so many abilities to contest the remote in the early game. And if they don't snowball, a lot of their ice is underwhelming and or really expensive if they're running like the Asteroid Ice, stuff like that. Yeah, nice and clean. Wild Guard here. Oh yeah, you're right. Guard would have kept us out. But like, yeah, chance of that. Advanceable ice. All right, it's 11:23. I think we have time for one more. And then I might have to cut this a bit short. I still have a lot of errands to do. We're starting our garden today on the balcony, so we'll get this in. If you're just tuning in, what's up? How's it going? Happy Sunday, eh? It's kind of a brave move when you have a handful of agendas and don't ice. Yeah, but like I could believe it. Like they got one diversion out. You know, that was awful. Thanks for game. Oh, Epicac, I didn't realize that was you. Yeah, hey, that was a really rough start. The non-ice HQ, like I was like, whoa, this is incredible against criminal because obviously the diversion went off, but like we weren't interested in accesses. We were just interested in making sure you didn't SSO and didn't have money. Would you consider like border controlling the feint so you don't get apocalypse? I think you need to, right? I don't think you've like if someone feints for no reason on HQ without like lucky charm or something, it gets really weird. I had 3 agendas in hand, so I didn't want you to think I had them in my hand. Sure, but feint doesn't access, right? So I think you just pop it. I guess if you know the deck, right? Like if you know it's an apocalypse deck, but I feel if they feint you for no reason, it screams apocalypse. So the big question is like how to take this deck and make it better by like removing the stupid limitations that we're playing. And I feel like there's some pretty easy includes. Like, I don't know what y'all think, chat, but what do you add to make this better? Like, I think you could definitely add pad tap. I feel like you could consider adding class act. That's not entirely necessary. I feel like you would probably want to add grappling hook. It's honestly not that different. Money? Yeah, but how do you add money? Like pad tap? I guess casts and stuff. Oh, PE. This can be an issue. Hey. Best of luck, have fun. RAP is a bit harder. We don't have any way to deal with traps besides insight. And an issue with Apocalypse is if we access archives, there's breach domes, R&Ds, there's Kakugos, HQ, there's Kakugos, snares, agendas. It's hard for us to Apocalypse off. This is actually a pretty hard matchup. Flip switch is really good for us face checking in the early game. And I feel like just having an early Apocalypse, so we can just keep this. Falsified Credentials is actually one of our better cards in this matchup. I think we'll mulligan for Falsified. Wow, that's like the exact same hand, minus 1 card, but we do have the Falsified. DDoS is the main APOC tool I can think. Eater. Oh yeah, it's true. You know what? It's wild. I don't even think Eater is that good anymore, but I agree with you that DDoS is definitely great. They have a lot of money. That's a really good opening for them against Criminal. Draw 2, gain 3. Okay, we can dirty laundry for an access, but if we hit a snare, it's so bad for us if we lose our falsifieds, but whatever. Oh wait, we wanted to do R&D there. Undo click. This is really bad if we take any damage, which we're likely to do, but we need to get accesses in to win. Like we're not playing Stargate. It's an Enigma. That's good to know. That's a ripe hand. Stargate. Yeah, Stargate's really good. I can see playing Stargate. And then we obviously don't play Top Hat Insight, which hasn't proven to be good just yet, but that looks like the Enigma, but we could be surprised. They drew once, so they have an unknown card. A good thing to do against Advanceable Traps, if you think Jinteki is playing Advanceable Traps, is just to hit R&D over and over again. Do we bite on this and Inside Job this? It's a Rashida, so they can't falsify it. I feel like they can get the Rashida. I'd rather Apocalypse. I feel like we can get a value Apocalypse, would be fine. We trash Rashida and 2 ice. So we gotta make sure we don't take damage. Yo, Pink, what's up? It's going good. It's a good Sunday. How are you doing? NGO, yeah. So this looks more glaciary. P is kind of brutal lately, and Nancy's gonna be rough. Yeah, Nancy is pretty difficult. Celebrity Gift. So the Celebrity Gift also gets a lot worse without Rashida. But at least we got one of those off before we lost it, which is good. It's impossible for us to break. Anansi, the best thing we can do... Oh my god, you're right, we're fucked. The best thing we can do is hope they don't res it for Inside Job. Because you're right, as soon as we encounter it, we're in a really bad spot. You can flip switch on approach once they res it. But like, yeah. And it looks like this deck will have an Anansi. It's going to be really hard. Did you do your deck building restrictions? Yeah, yo, Wayne, what's up? Our deck building restrictions right now are no programs or resources. But all right, so we can expose some of these. We trash an NGO. That's a viral weaponization, so that's 1 damage. I don't know what server 3 is. But viral weaponization is rude. There's actually a big chance that this other one's an agenda. So we take 1 damage. We lost our insight, which is actually a pretty good tech against this matchup. So this is like worst case scenario is a House of Knives, I guess. And we know their hand is... What do we see off the top of the deck when we ran for the Apocalypse? I know that they have Celebrity Gift. The best thing is for us to diversion them now, 8, and blow them up if they can be rezzed. Oh, that's true. Diversion's really good right now. We did cut our planned assault. Does anybody remember what we saw on the top of the deck? It was an ice, right? It was a Kakugo, I think. I think this is Kakugo plus something, which is fine. Keep running for singles and R&D. Enigma. Enigma they already saw. That was the turn before. So I'm worried about a punitive to some extent. So we'll run R&D, and then if we don't steal an Obakata here, which we would die to Neural, is then we score the gamble. It's a digital rights management. Okay. So running HQ has some value this turn. I think we'll actually run HQ here. It's unlikely for us to take damage. We know one of their cards. We find the other one. It's good. It's a snare. Piss and shit. Fuck. It was snare into Celebrity Gift. And what did we lose there? We lost the gamble, the backup plan, the inside job. So we got some good bad hits. We have the Blueberry Diesel to get some more card draw. It was an NGO? Oh, yeah, you're right. It was an NGO. We trashed an NGO. Yeah, it wasn't a Kakugo, was it? So they drew up. So they have a DRM. Unknown Ice. And now they have DRM and Celebrity Gift in the hand. So, well, at least the tag probably won't matter. Inside job or Apocalypse? Ooh, fuck. I think we definitely take the Apocalypse. Oh, we could have taken both. Oh, I'm so stupid. Oh, I'm so dumb. Ugh. Sorry. It's unfortunate because we know a bit more about our deck here. That feels stupid. I'll shuffle first. We haven't blueberried so far, have we? No, so we can just shuffle. Oh, but then it draws different cards. Fuck, what are we doing? Oh no, what are we doing? I mean, Beans, what are we doing? Inside Dirty Laundry? Ugh. That was rough. Tell me about it. Look, I'm doing it so you don't have to. We had the perfect draw. All right, we have top height insight, so that's set up pretty good for next turn. I think we'll just Dirty Laundry R&D, but then we'll take damage. I don't think we have to take the risk. Our current is also going to matter a lot, but I think they're DRMing this turn and jamming. If they jam an Obokata, like, I don't care. If they jam the 4-2 that trashed their whole hand, yeah, we care. That's some slop. Yeah, that was pretty rough. It was pretty rough. I should have drawn and then shuffled so we didn't know where the top hat was. Oh, well, that's an issue. Either Crisium, Waroid, but most likely Hokusai. Now, the issue with this is that we're going to know where their agendas are, but we're not going to be easy to steal a lot of them. So they got to rearrange the top 4. This used to be a premonition. This used to be a Joteki card, so they should feel right at home. I thought I was being honest to be like, I'll shuffle the deck. It's Obokata, Afshar, NGO front, Rashida. Wow, that's terrible. So we can draw a run, and then if it's a 3-1, we die. If this is a 3-1, we die. They have a celebrity gift. The chance of them hitting what's it called? Wait, what? Whoops. I hit Archives. What am I doing? Yeah, we'll yellow this. We'll yellow this. Okay, so they do a damage with the Neural, which we know they're not drawing. We know Celebrity Gift in hand and a DR in hand. We know their whole hand. And if this is a 3-1 agenda, we do lose. Okay, we're good. DRM. We're on game point. That's the best thing you can do. Viral Weaponization. Yeah, we know what's in hand. So that was an okay play. So there's a Viral Weaponization, which if they score it and they just trash something on top of it, so unlikely to be an upgrade, we will die. They also did shuffle their deck. So like they just fucked up the entire Insight. And they also got an Ice there. Wait, what? How did they get an Ice there? Oh, it's an Afshar. That Ice is an Afshar. That's an issue. How many Insights are down? 2 Insights. GD it. So the more we draw, the more likely we are to die. If we Spearfishing here, we draw once here so we don't lose to Viral. Yeah, in theory, we could do nothing. If we... Wait. If we Spearfishing this, we could win. We could die to Anansi, but we could win. No, we died to like everything if we Spearfishing this. If we Spearfishing this, Anansi kills us. Anansi does 3 damage. I don't think we yellow it. I think we're so far ahead that I think we just play top hat and click for credit. Like they score this, it does 1 net damage. It's fine. Like it's like a blank 4-2 considering, but they could just hold it there though to fuck with us, which actually wouldn't be a bad play. And now we can do like draw, Spearfishing. Might work. Might just. It's an Afshar? Oh, fuck. It's an Ice. Our only weakness. Alright, so now it does 2 damage. Well, we made them spend money. Right. Ice can end the run sometimes. Whatever, we had to throw our hand out. I guess we could have Spearfishing our indeed. Cool. So it does basically 2 extra damage, and we're gonna have to draw up. This shouldn't matter. There's no real 3-1s, right? Draw. Always have a backup plan. I guess through the Afshar, they only have 5 credits. Draw. We'll draw. We'll draw. And we're pretty sure this is an Afshar here on R&D. So the fact that we don't have our Insights is we're gonna have to win by camping the remote, and I think we're down 2 Falsifieds or getting a single Lucky Axis. We're down 2 Falsifieds, so it's gonna be a bit tricky. Yeah, it could be House of Knives, it could be Sting. Ooh. Apocalypsed once. The fear sets in. Alright, server 3, we going for it? What does it look like? It looks like a Crisium. Sorry, it looks like a Rashida or a Philotic. I don't know why I said Crisium. Ugh. What do we do? So always have a backup plan will cost us 3 credits, and then we get through this ice, then we have to deal with this ice. We also could just do Boomerang, always have a backup. Chance of us apocalypsing, pretty low. We know 1 card in hand, because they shuffled after the insight. I feel like we can let them score here. They don't have much money to res. It's a good point, but they only have to res Afshar. I feel like you're right though. Like if we just run HQ here and they don't res this is like likely to be what, an Oba Kakugo? Yeah, we'll just see what they can do. If they res the what's it called, the Hokusai, they can't do much else on their turn next turn. So we'll see. Worst case here is Cortex Lock. We won't die, but it'll be bad. We gotta make sure. We probably want to be accessing with 5 cards anyways. It makes Komaini a bit worse. Yeah, it's a Cortex Lock. God damn it. So now we can't actually access because we will die to a Hokusai grid. Okay, that was bad. That was the worst case scenario by a big margin. That's the only card they could afford there that would do a lot of damage to us. I guess Neural Katana, but whatever. That's what we need, flip switch. Upgrade might hit Apoc. Yeah, upgrade always could hit Apocalypse, but there's no way around it. Like the best thing you can do is run with a huge hand. It's a Rashida. Okay, makes sense. Mwanza's an issue. It's not that bad. You're right. Mwanza could be a real problem there. But the thing is, if we feint Mwanza, at least it's fine. Sweat smile. And they're gonna show us their whole hand, so we can see how good Mwanza is, or at least 5 of their cards. So Celebrity Gift after drawing up to 6, good shit. It's Aiki, Celebrity Gift, Digital Rights Managed, IPO, Loot Box. I think the most expensive card we have is Hedge Gamble, but I think Sure Gamble is actually one of the most expensive cards in the game. Huh. We gotta make sure we got 2 for that, though. That's weird. Yeah, Feint is really good against Mwanza. Isn't PE fun? Well, the problem is like we're playing against PE without any tech, and that makes it a lot more difficult. Like we could just play Flip Switch, you could play Breakers. Like it's the fact is that we have no good way to deal with this for the whole game. So I'm not that bummed out about PE. I'll install Flip Switch because in theory we can play next turn. We don't have to gamble here. A lot of times you don't want to show you have money when you don't need it. And what do we do for the remote? Like I guess we do gamble, Lucky Charm, Feint, Inside Job, the remote, and then if they do install advance, if they DRM in the remote, as long as it's not Obokata, we might be able to win. Because we do have the Lucky Charm Feint play, which is like wild with Inside Job. Wild. DRM, what do you got? Yeah, to install, no, just to play. It's a viral weaponization, so there's a chance that we win here. I think it's very likely we can win. Okay, it's a bit harder now. And they're running Enigma, like they're actually running End the Run shit. Yeah, I think we have to go here. Okay, so we have to install Lucky Charm first so we don't lose it to Hokusai. So we install Lucky Charm, we feint. We'll have, that'll be a 2 credit play, so we'll be on 4 credits with Ken. And then we can just Inside Job, and if things are really bad, we can Blueberry Diesel. If we Blueberry Diesel here, what does it get us? Nothing. And this is probably the loot box, which is a bummer. So if this is an End the Run, it's a problem. No, but no, so we'll be fine. We'll be fine. I think this is a play. We have to make sure we access with, oh, it's a 1 in 3 here if it's a Hokusai for this to be terrible for us. Please no Hokusai. Oh, it's a Crisium. Oh, shit and piss! No! Fuck! Fuck! I wasn't meant to swear. Wait! Oh! We get access! It's considered an access! Oh yeah, I totally forgot about this. If successful, we cannot access any cards, but it's not successful, so we actually do access. So we know it's not a loot box. So we know that's probably the Iki or a card from the top of their deck. That interaction is so buck wild. Lamau. Okay. Swear jar, Christopher, how's it going? Yeah. So this is probably an Ike, which will inside job. Then we can't lucky charm this anymore. Ugh. Beans and vinegar. I guess we actually blueberry diesel here for always have a backup plan. Oh, that's so good. Crisium HQ. Why? And we're gonna lose our whole hand. I guess we will blueberry diesel. Diversions, lucky charm. None of these seem particularly good. Like just give it other laughing in the background, yeah. No! So Ike will bypass and then Afshar ends the run. We just need to... oh, it hurts so bad. Well, we're gonna lose our whole hand. We might as well use it. Like, we might as well go for an Axis here. Like, they showed us their whole hand minus one card, but the chance of that being something we can steal is pretty low. I think we just inside job R&D, and worst comes to worst, we flip switch. Best case, we win. But like, that's the last viral, so like, we're gonna have to steal a TFP or something. It's gonna be very difficult. We also can't play or gamble. Whatever, well, at least we already played a run event. Oh, this might be bad too. R&D win? It's super unlikely. If we hit a Philotic, yeah. Oh man. We just need Amaku with one token. Lucky number for top hat? Oh, that's true. Lucky number for top hat. Well, the problem with top hat is like it's always good to see the next card they draw so that we have information. But we could lucky number this. Chat, what are you feeling good about? 1 to 5. I would like to say that the top card is the best card. Because that's information. Jessica says 4. Are we like 1? I think 1. It's between 4 and 1 right now. We got more 4s than anything else. This is a bad idea. Preemptive, damn it. All right, we're gonna lose our hand. What does this let you do? Remove a tag, jack out. Okay. So now we don't know what they drew. I want to ask them if they draw an agenda, but they'll never tell us. 11 cards left. Things are getting harder. Freedom. So now it's the third card up. We have to remember that. We'll just draw up right cute right here. Oh, that's good-ish. I don't even know if we play this. Tag doesn't matter. Oh, which one to access then not 4? It was too late. We access 4. So now it's the second card, and Celebrity Gift is going to show us a hand. So we'll see maybe -1 card what they drew. And then we can compare it to the last Celebrity Gift and see like what they've drawn since. ±1. I can't believe Afshar on the remote is going to absolutely bonus. 3 ice is the bane of this deck. No, I think Crisium is the bane of the deck. If they didn't have Crisium there, if that was a Hokusai, we had a good chance. Loot box, punitive, Hagen, IPO. Okay, hopefully we win. So the punitive doesn't matter. Okay, so this is acceleration and money, but it is cards from our deck. So, you know, probably not worth playing. He says and plays it. Falsified, really good for the remote, but we don't really have any good way to contest the remote besides boomerangs. And we're somehow down 2 boomerangs. We have 1 boomerang and 5. I feel like we're gonna need money. Should we run archive soon? Probably not. I'd rather do that as a panic. Like, I don't think they throw out an Obokata. We haven't really been pressuring HQ, and they've been playing with 2 cards in hand for a lot of the game, give or take those last turns. Like there, they can just throw out a loot box and be fine. Like as soon as we hit a breach dome, like it's so much damage. It's 2 damage per breach dome. And not that we've seen anything in the deck, we did see that they jammed an acid in server 3 and didn't res it, so it could be a snare or a breach dome or a psychic. Ah, fuck. This is an Obokata and I don't think we can steal it. If we can't steal this Obokata, we basically have to run R&D. But they're on NGO front. Chat, what do you think this is? So the issue is like we could obviously spearfishing this, which will get us to this ice that doesn't matter. We need a boomerang this. It's an oboe? It's probably an oboe, which I think we just basically have to draw up and run R&D. If we prove it's an oboe, like the falsify doesn't get us anything, not that we can even use more than 6 credits this turn. It's a bit too late, but with the Chrysium, I think it's impossible just because our money's not good. So I think we just spearfishing R&D and guess a lucky number again. Play Freedom and run R&D twice. Freedom's not going to matter, right? Like, I don't think they're on 1-pointers. But if they're not resing here, like, we can just hit a couple singles. All right, so we can hit an Obokata here. We just have to guess a lucky number, chat. All right, if we're assuming we're losing, hitting the top card is not better than hitting the 5th card. I need a number, please. I gotta wash my hands of this. We just need one good number. We're on 4. We got 2 4s, a 5, a 1. Crowdsourcing our loss is really good. We got 2 5s, 2 4s. Okay. 3. We're now all over the place. How's there not a roll a d6 here? This should be, I guess, because people don't do this. 4 again can't be bad twice. Yeah, you're right. Never under nuts. How's it going? 4 again can't be Sting. Oh no! It would have won! Ah! Freedom would have won! Do you know how many fucking Jinteki matchups I played against P where like we don't play Freedom? Oh, we just lost Freedom. And then we don't run? Well, I chose not to play that. Well, my friends. We could have won it. Could have won it. I'm aware that they could goof us here. We're gonna lose the game here. Give us that sweet fetal AI. Piss. Good game. Oh, never can do it. Never learn. Ah, oh, damn it. Remember how with the brain damage deck, how well it went when you listened to me? I know, it really has. A good game. Fun one. Me and Chrysium. Ah! Oh, we definitely could have had it. What did we need? We needed a boomerang in the bottom 4. Yeah, that was coming up, and that was probably it. The Chrysium is such a big issue for us. Such a big issue. And yeah, so we did trash an Anansi with an Apocalypse and an Enigma, it looks like, or they threw it out. But we had that. We just had it. We just had to play our current and hope for the 1-pointer, and that would have been it. I was banking on the Obokata, which actually was probably a bad bank on. Like, I wanted to access with 5 cards, considering we were putting them at an Obokata in the remote, and we already scored an Obokata. Jenda was on 5. Ooh, which one? Yeah, we needed to believe in Freedom for sure. And the Freedom seems so much better in this deck than Mad Dash, considering like how Afshars keep ending our run. And I think we knew that was an Afshar too. Like, that was a stupid run. It was just like we knew that 20 minutes ago and we forgot. Oh, I mean, which agenda? Amazing. Yeah, we could have had that. We definitely could have had it. We just gotta play that a bit cleaner. Sting. We need to believe in Freedom. Thanks for the game, eh? All right. Hey, you know what? That's all for today. I got some errands to do. I actually haven't had breakfast, but you know what's important? This Discord link, if you'd like. This Tuesday. I just want to double check. It's this Tuesday, right? I'd be stupid. Maddie, is it this Tuesday?
Yeah.
Okay, we're saying it's this Tuesday. This Tuesday, we have another Game Night Kit. It's our 4th online series. It's free to enter. Oops. It's 3 rounds starting at 6:45 Eastern Standard Time. So Montreal time, New York time. And we'll be playing 3 rounds. It ends around 11, give or take. So if you want to join, oh no, sorry, it runs around 10:30. So if you get in there at 6:45, you just say to Roberto, who's running this, shout outs to Roberto, who you playing? Great stream. Thanks, Roberto. He's in chat actually, so shout out to Azriel. Oh wait, no, that's not even right. Have I been saying Azriel? I'm thinking Azkiel. Azriel, how's it going? Jesus, I've been goofing that up. Sorry, so 6:45, join in if you want to. These 3 rounds, no real prize support, but it's fun. We got a lot of players coming in from Toronto and other areas too, so just comment it. Roberta just joined. Roberta, I saw an Azriel, which is Az, yeah, so I goofed it. I'd love to play more games with you where I don't have 3 agendas and 2 digital rights managed in hand after putting an agenda down. That is just means you gotta play more than 1 game. So yeah, join if you want. It'll be fun. Roberto runs them. They're pretty great. We play on Discord. This is a Discord link, so you can get into voice chat and talk with people. I'll be recording my games. Still don't know what we're going to play, but we'll be back streaming on Thursday. Thanks to everyone we played games against today. Had a really good time. Glad to be able to make it in the mornings for Europe and all the rest of the world. That makes sense. We'll be back on Thursday. And I think that's largely it. Thanks to everyone hanging out in chat. And cheers for watching the VOD. Take care, y'all. Ciao.